All right, today we're going to dive deep into a true legend of tabletop sports, the APBA Pro Baseball Master Game. We are going to break down exactly what makes this game such a detailed and strategic simulation of America's pastime. You know, right from the get-go, APBA wasn't shy about what they had. They called the Master Game a milestone. Just look at the original announcement. It promised a level of detail, a level of managerial control that people just hadn't seen before. It was about moving beyond simple results to the tough decisions behind every play. I mean, really real? Where every single choice, every matchup, every ounce of a pitcher's stamina could be the thing that decides the game? Well, that is the exact itch the Master Game was made to scratch. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about how it changed the whole tabletop experience. Then we'll dig into the 4 core pieces of the game: pitching, batting, fielding, and base running. And we'll wrap it all up by helping you figure out if this deep dive is the right one for you. So what's the big deal with the Master Game? Well, the biggest shift is your role. You're not just the spectator watching the dice fall anymore. No, you are the manager in the dugout and you're making the calls. And they were super clear about this from the start. This wasn't meant to replace the classic game. It was an expansion, an add-on for people who were craving more. It takes that familiar foundation and just builds incredible layers of strategy on top of it. All right, let's start where every game of baseball starts, on the mound. Because believe me, the Master Game completely revolutionizes how pitchers are handled. Wow, look at the difference here. The jump in detail is just massive. In the basic game, an A grade is great, but it's static. It never changes. In the Master Game, you get this dynamic number from 1 to 30 that actually fluctuates based on matchups and, most importantly, on fatigue. So an ace who starts at a 28 might not be a 28 by the time the 8th inning rolls around. So what makes that number change? It's all about something called the QR, or quality rating. Think of it like a pitcher's stamina bar. Every pitcher has one, and it simulates how long they can go in the real world. As the manager, you have to watch their pitch count, well, their innings count, just like in a real dugout. And this is a perfect example of how that plays out. Let's take a pitcher with a common Q3 rating. See how his grade starts to dip in the 7th? By the 9th, he's really losing steam, losing 2 points per inning. So do you pull your tiring ace for a fresh arm? That's your call. Okay, so we've got the pitcher covered. Now let's step up to the plate and see how the offense works. It becomes a game of exploiting those matchups, just like the pros do. This right here is the platoon advantage, but made super simple for the game. Every batter gets a handicap against lefties and righties. A plus sign helps you, knocking the pitcher's grade down, while a minus sign hurts you by bumping it up. Suddenly, your bench isn't just for giving guys a day off. It's a strategic weapon you can use for that perfect late-game pinch hit. And it's not just about pitching and hitting. The Master Game adds these incredible layers to defense, too. How you set up your fielders isn't just for looks. It has a real mechanical impact on the game. Okay, picture this. It's a classic baseball situation. You got a runner on first, less than 2 outs. He's a threat to steal. What's your move? Well, you've got a decision to make. You can have your first baseman hold the runner on. That helps your pitcher keep him close and makes it harder to steal. The catch? You're pulling your defense out of position, opening up a hole. Or you can play your normal defense, but you're giving that runner a much better chance to take off. It's that constant risk-reward on every single pitch. And all of this leads us to the base paths, which for my money is where the Master Game really shines. Taking that extra base isn't automatic. It's a calculated gamble that you, the manager, have to make. The whole system revolves around something called the hit valuation number. Every time there's a single or a double, you get this number, and it basically tells you how well the ball was hit. Was it a rocket into the gap or a blooper just over the infield? That's what you use to make your next move. So when you're thinking about sending that runner, it's a quick bit of math. First, you get your advance number. That's the fielder's arm strength versus your runner's speed. Then you subtract that from the hit valuation number to get your chance number. That's it. That's your shot. It's this simple calculation that creates those amazing, heart-pounding plays at the plate. And it's the same deep dive when it comes to stealing bases. It's not just about how fast your guy is. I mean, just look at this chart. There's a whole engine running behind every single attempt to swipe a bag. Oh yeah, a runner's chance to steal gets tweaked by so many things. Does the pitcher have a sneaky move to first? Does the catcher have a cannon for an arm? Are you holding the runner on? Is there another guy on third, making it a double steal situation? You have to juggle all of that in your head before you give the sign. Okay, so after seeing all this detail, all these layers, the million-dollar question is the APBA Master Game actually for you? Even the people who made the game were really upfront about this. They knew it was a lot. They basically said, hey, we don't want you to buy a game you might find too hard. This is a commitment, a really rewarding challenge, but only for those who truly want to manage. So let's put it all side by side one last time. The basic game, it's fantastic. It's fast, it's streamlined, and it's perfect if you want to play out an entire season. But the master game? That's when you want to put a single, nail-biting game under a microscope. It's for when you want to feel the full weight of strategic choice on your shoulders. And really, that's what it all comes down to. Do you want to watch the game unfold, or do you want to be the one in the dugout making the calls? If it's the latter, the master game might just be the most rewarding baseball experience you can have on a tabletop.